Marvel Legends War Machine. So let's check him out. So this is the Age of Ultron Wave War Machine from the Marvel Legends, Build-A-Figure line, and I think the Build-A-Figure for this line was Hulkbuster, I believe. Now I don't remember if War Machine was in Age of Ultron or not. I can't remember exactly. He may have been. I'm not 100% for sure. But now this figure was the same figure that was released in for Iron Man 3 with the Iron Patriot. This is just now War Machine's colors. And now I do not have the packaging for this figure because I bought it used at a comic book store, either down in Foley, close to the Gulf Shore, or up in Huntsville. I'm not 100% for sure exactly which one, but I do not have the packaging, and I also don't have the Build-A-Figure piece because it wasn't with it when I got it. So let's get into his accessories. So really, the only accessory it comes with besides the Build-A-Figure piece I don't have is this one shoulder turret, and which he actually has two holes in his back for plugging each one. It seems like they gave him two of these, but he only came with this one. But as you can see, it's all in all black color. There's no other paint details on here, and this is based off of the later turrets. The early ones had like an actual minigun and stuff, so this is a little bit different. It does hinge and turn around. You can store it out of the way when he's not using it, or it can hinge up when he engages the turret, which is pretty cool. Now you can peg these in either hole. I usually peg it on right here because it kind of works better in this area. So now you have it in the engaged position. You can take and turn around and then put it in the disengaged position when he's not using it. So that's actually pretty cool. Now he does come with an alternate head, and I'll show that when we go over the sculpt design and color. So let's go over his articulation real quick. He has a standard articulation for a lot of Marvel Legends figures. He has a ball joint there at the head. He's got a hinge and a swivel there at the shoulder. The armor piece does hinge up too, which allows for a good articulation. He also has a double hinge at the elbow, a swivel and a hinge at the wrist there. He's got pretty good ab articulation there. None at the waist there. He's got a hinge and a swivel there at the thigh. He's got a double bend there at the knee. And, not really any ankle articulation. It does kind of pivot and move a little bit, but he doesn't have any ankle pivot though. So let's go over the sculpt design and color of War Machine, starting with his head. Now this is one of two head sculpts that he comes with. This is the head sculpt that I mostly display him with. This is one where his face shield is closed, and as you can see, mine is a little bit scratched up, because I did buy this used, so I did buy it secondhand, so it's a little more scratched up than I would like it to be, but it still looks pretty good though. I mean, I've seen some that are worse, but as you can see, it's got the silver faceplate combined with the black. The black and the silver really goes good together on War Machine. His eyes are white with some red accents, make it look like it's glowing, which is pretty cool. So he does come with another head sculpt, so I'll show you that. Okay, so here's the second head sculpt. Let me zoom my camera in a little bit so you can see it real good. So this is one where his faceplate is now open, and as you can see, it's got a pretty good likeness to Don Cheadle, which is actually pretty good. It's pretty good for the time. Now they could probably make it a little bit more real, but back when this figure was released, it was actually pretty good. And you see that his face shield, the eyes are now looks like they're turned off. They're painted all. Looks like there's no paint in there, it's just silver. But now since his face shield's up, the eyes are not glowing, with red accents anymore, since it's the face shield's disengaged since he has it up. But now this is similar to what they did with the Age of Ultron Iron Man figure. I'll show you that, where he also came with the popped up face shield, as you can see. So very similar, just different faces obviously. But so going down here, he has just like his clothes helmet, the arc reactor in his suit there is white with red accents around the sides. It also has on his shoulder there, it says FF AF 04445. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's pretty cool. And he also got on his chest there, it says Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, which is also pretty neat. And so also it's all black and silver combined, which is standard for War Machine. On the back there, you can see the peg holes where you would peg in the shoulder cannon, and so more of the black and silver accents on the suit there. And there's kind of like a sparkly color in the black there, as you can see. Mine's a little bit dusty too. You can see there's like a kind of like a sparkly color in the black there, as you can see. It'd been cool if they could have put some kind of like a metal wash on the silver parts and make it a little dirtier. That'd been kind of neat. But as you can see, kind of same concept as Iron Man, just different paint scheme. And see, he's got the older style Iron Man boots too. They changed them out later, different style boots. Like if you look at Iron Man's, they're quite a bit different. This is kind of like the early Iron Man, from like the first Iron Man movie, like 2008 was like this. Like I said, the only problem with this is it hinders his ankle articulation. He doesn't really get good ankle articulation because this goes up over his boot there. So for comparison time, now here is the Marvel Legends War Machine compared to the only other War Machine figure I have, which is the Iron Man 2 figure line War Machine. From way back, I think in 2010 when that came out. I can't remember 2010 or 2009 or 2010. I think is when that came out. So that figure has a kind of a special place in my heart. It's one of my childhood figures. And which one of these I like better? It's hard to say because I really like that Iron Man 2 one. But then again, this new Marvel Legends one is one thing I like about it, I like the scale on it better. I collect more 6-inch scale than I do 3 3/4 inch. So lastly, here's War Machine compared to the Mark 43 Iron Man. I think it's what that one's called, from the same Age of Ultron line. And also on the other side of there is the Mark 50, the Infinity War. And which one of these is my favorite? That's kind of hard to say. I do have one of the original Iron Man figures from the Iron Man toy line from 2008. And unfortunately, I don't know exactly where he's at. I couldn't find him for the review. But like I say, which one of these is the best? That kind of guesses them. It's based on personal preference, I guess. But because I like actually all three of these, it's hard to really pick one over the other. So what do I think of this figure overall? Yeah, I really like this figure. War Machine and Iron Man both are two of my favorite Marvel characters because they're just both normal people in metal suits. So you could actually be like Iron Man or War Machine, if you had enough money and and stuff was advanced enough to actually make a suit like that. But you know, so which do I like Iron Man better or War Machine? That's kind of a hard one to ask because I like them both because they're kind of both the same, but just two different guys, and their paint schemes are a little bit different. War Machine's suit is a little more tactical, I should say. Because Iron Man would stick out like a sore thumb in a combat zone. War Machine would kind of blend in a little better, especially like in a dark environment. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That helped me a lot, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Till next time.